Talk to me. Tell me everything.
Right. Okay.
Ask me everything.
So we are here with my awesome client, Jenny. And just wanted to ask you kind of about yourself and what you were kind of going through before we started working together and your level of pain. And because you initially did come to me for pain relief. So if you kind of want to explain what you were going through and all that.
So I had just started my job as an ultrasound tech.
Mm-hmm.
And I already had a previous history of really bad, just really messed up back and shoulders, a lot of pain, but not like on a regular basis. I would have it intermittently. And then when I started doing ultrasound, it's standing in one position for long periods of time, it's stretching in weird ways, and it just exacerbated everything. Mm-hmm. So my shoulders and my back just went nuts.
Yeah.
And they were just in constant pain. I couldn't get out of it. I would try stretching certain ways. It just didn't work. I was just in pain. I would wiggle in my chair at night because I couldn't get comfortable because it just hurt everywhere I sat. It hurt.
Right.
So that's why I called you initially, because I was dying.
That's not good.
Because I was dying. Yes, I know it's
Jenny's
a little
fun.
over-dramatic, but I was dying.
But that's sometimes what it can feel like.
Oh man, I couldn't function.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't function. I couldn't do any of my normal stuff and get around, and I mean I could do it, but it hurt.
Yeah.
It just hurt to do everything. It hurt to sleep at night. I couldn't sleep because my back hurt too much.
Oh, jeez.
So
your level of pain was like out of 10.
Oh
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking like surgical pain or anything.
Right, but it was not
10 for function. I mean, it was not a functional pain.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't something that I could continue with. I would have gone crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of at a point of no return, right? So,
yes.
So the things you talked about that you couldn't do, I mean, really, it was just everything.
Yeah, to me, sleeping is like one of my number ones. Especially, I was working night shift during that time,
right, you gotta recover.
and I have to sleep. And I would be, tired enough to sleep through the pain for a little while, but I couldn't get the amount of sleep and the quality of sleep that I needed to function at work well. So, sleeping was my number one thing.
Yeah, so I'm sure you were just kind of pointed to look, I got it.
I really need help. I was desperate.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm 25, this is ridiculous, why, this is dumb.
Exactly, you shouldn't have to feel that way. So.
Exactly.
And you had tried some other things too, right?
Right, I've been in chiropractic care like my whole life. Off and on, but I've been going to this one chiropractor for the past 3 or 4 years. Oh yes, that's my dog.
He's the cutest.
He is freaking out because he thinks he needs to be in here with us. And if he was, he'd knock over the camera.
Yes.
So we're not going to let him in. Anyway, I've been in chiropractic care for like 3 years. And I mean, with a specific chiropractor, and he helps. He does. He does a lot of work.
Sure.
And I was getting massages twice a month. I was actively trying to manage my pain, but it just wasn't enough. I wasn't able to. I mean, everything still hurt. It would feel good while I got the massage,
temporary relief, or
it would feel good right after I got the treatment and the chiropractic treatment, and then back to whatever it was,
So tell people about our training together and kind of how that shifted things, because hopefully, you've expressed to me that your pain is significantly diminished, and I guess you're saying those other methodologies, they are really important, but it can be sort of a temporary fix, and maybe sort of the accountability that comes in with personal training and working with someone and getting sort of the tools.
Paying for it, people. That's what really helps. Paying for your care.
That's true.
That helps to motivate you to actually do the work.
Right.
So, I was really desperate anyway, so I would have tried anything.
Right.
But, I did some research and I came across Melanie actually on Groupon.
Oh, there you go.
And I did a bunch of research on her after I found her little thing, her little coupon on Groupon. And I was like, wow, this girl sounds like she's got some experience with back pain, and she knows what she's talking about, and you know, maybe she'll be invested in this situation and help me figure it out.
Yeah.
So I called you.
I answered.
And Melody is evil.
We have a running joke, you know, I'm the devil.
She is. She's the little emoji, the purple emoji with the horns that smiles.
But it works.
Well, it hurts you.
Works.
But it does work. It does work. We started out, she had me do some really weird stuff. Like, weird
They're
stuff.
weird movements, but it works.
She has me do weird stuff. I have to say my balance is a lot better. She had me do all these foot exercises, and now I don't run into everything. I swear, I used to run into everything. I would run into beds. I mean, yes, I used to fall down and run into stuff and drop stuff. I'm just more balanced, more grounded.
Good.
Because of all the weird foot exercises that I did that are really hard to do.
For sure.
When you start out. Okay.
A lot of people are so disconnected from every part
of
their body.
Yeah,
So.
no, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
And then, you know, all the shoulder stuff. I rarely have shoulder pain anymore. It's
awesome.
Very, very rare now. I mean, once
in
a great while if I...
position, so it's something that you'll constantly have to be working through.
Yeah, no, my shoulders, I mean, that is... Shoulders, elbows, and wrists are the #1 burnout for ultrasound techs. That's where we hurt ourselves, in our shoulders, our elbows, and our wrists, because we put so much pressure on one arm, and we have to push, and patients are getting larger, and ultrasound techs are not getting stronger probes. We just have to push harder. You know, that's all that's happening. So, yeah, I actually rarely have shoulder pain anymore. We did shoulder work for a long time, and we still do
learning how to use them properly.
Exactly.
A lot of back pain can come from other places because it's just everything is out of order. So would you say a lot of our work, even though, you know, back pain is one of your big symptoms, it was really like figuring out
it was related to definitely related to my back. I mean, my shoulders move in ways that they do not know how to move. You know,
waking up.
I've had to do movements with her that I don't do. And then I notice now, like in my normal day-to-day life, I notice when they go into those positions or when they raise up like they used to do, and then I'm like, no, okay, we're going to do it this other way. And then I can feel the new muscles that I have worked on engaging. I can feel them, you know, working now. It's much different.
Good. So now you hopefully feel like you have these kind of tools that you can use to... Because again, life is not perfect. You're still going to have these kind of flare-ups every now and then because especially you're in a tough job, a physically tough job. So, but now hopefully you have kind of these tools, this framework to use. Okay, now I know what to do when my body's kind of acting up.
Exactly, yeah. I know how I can stretch my shoulder or work my shoulder so that it relieves the pressure off whatever it is that's, you know, broken or hurting or not working quite right at the moment.
So to finish up, what would you say to someone who's kind of hesitant about getting started? They are experiencing a lot of pain, but maybe they're like, oh, I don't know. Like you said, paying is a huge thing too. I mean,
it's worth the sacrifice. Okay, you may have to not buy whatever clothes you want. If you're a girl like me who likes to buy clothes, you may not be able to buy whatever it is you want, but this is totally worth it. It gives you better quality of life. Better quality sleep. Better quality of life. Oh yeah, no. If I could lay in bed all day, I would. If I could be a professional,
your back might hurt too.
If I could be a professional sleeper, totally would do that.
Well, they do
Exactly. My back does hurt if I lay in bed too long. No, but it's completely worth it. I mean, the money, yes, but the money is a motivator to get you going, to get you actually working on it. If you're going to pay to have someone come to your house or teach you how to do this, you're going to do the work that they ask you to do because it's worth it to you. You're paying for it. But, I mean, sacrifice a little. You know, we don't do enough of that.
That's true.
We don't do enough of that. Sacrifice for yourself, for your own health. For your own health. That's really, I mean, to me, that's to take care of your body and your health.
Struggling day in and day out.
Exactly.
Are clothes really more important than
how my back feels every
good.
day? Like whether or not I feel like I can do life today. If I can't do life because I hurt too much.
It's important.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jenny, for sharing your experiences. I hope that helps some of you who are kind of, deciding what you want to do when you're going through pain. But, now you can do life.
You can do life.
Thank you.
Doing life is important. So get some training.